All right, welcome to the garage. We have another Robo Rumble for you this morning, which thankfully it's a lot cooler than it's been in recent recordings, so that's great. So around the table, we've got Mechanical Marquis 2.0, Vagabot, Rivetfolk, and Logical Lizard. So have not successfully had these in a video yet. I tried a 3-player game with Logical Lizards and some stuff happened on the camera. I did this game recently and then lost a bunch of it because I found out what happened. So any of you filming on a budget like I am and using an iPhone, or maybe this happens to Androids too, if you are filming and you get a call, which I know because my Fitbit tells me I did, that stops your camera. And I guess there are very few times, other times in my life where I would have picked up that knowledge, but I figured it out now. So I just put it on airplane mode. It's Sunday morning. Hopefully I'm not getting calls anyways. But yeah, fingers crossed. This one goes well. I also picked up a couple of things play-wise that should be interesting or make for a more interesting game. So one thing that will definitely be in the Game Garage errata video that I put together once I've done all of the current Betterbot project files that are out there. But in the Logical Lizards, when they are performing their rituals, regardless of the suit, yellow, red, or orange, this ritual will take place in the ordered clearing, or in an ordered clearing, which is incredibly clear in its writing. I just misunderstood that, and I was putting it into a different suit based on what suit I drew. So, if these were my 3 cards I drew off the Lost Souls for my rituals, but, Mouse was the ordered suit, all 3 would go into a mouse clearing. It makes a huge difference, because that means they can really focus a little bit more on one place, because more often than not, there's going to be one clearing that has, an available spot, but also enemy buildings. And if they triple tap that, this is a perfect example. If orange was a clearing here, go 1, 2, 3, they would be able to put a garden down here because they have 3 warriors, as opposed to putting 2 in fox and 1 in rabbit. That probably would get them nothing. So reading it correctly, after my first failed game with Logical Lizards, failed to film that is, I was wondering if they were too weak. And so I tried in this last failed filming, this 0 point column, I tried just experimenting if that was a 1. So even if they just have 1, which is not how the human lizards work, so I know it's a departure. Yeah, they did not have that problem because I read this the correct way. So I think that is going to no longer be a question in my mind. They are perfectly fine because they won the game handily. Picture. That leads me to the Rivetfolk. So the big question at the end of the teaching video was, were they going to be too powerful? And part of me thought yes, that they would be. With the whole 1-to-1 payment for warriors to points over here in the payments box, and then score. So it reads, score 1 point for each warriors in your payments and equal to the investments track. So the way I read that is, so this would be 2 points. So if it was like this, that would be 2 points and 1. So that would be going up to 3. Now, the other way you could read that is equal to warriors and investments. So as in only as many points as you have investments in your investments track, which seems a little bit tough because that would be, down to 1 point. But more often than not, this is seeming to me at least like it's at 0. But I'll get to how that might be different in a little bit. So that would just be 1 point. So I came up with two other, because all the Betterbot project files that are out there right now are the ones that say should play better, does not have extensive play testing for balance. So I'm going to test on 4 different scoring schemes, just like I did on the last one, just to see how it turns out. So the blue regular victory points is going to be 1-to-1 warriors to points plus investments. So that should be the highest. The sword is going to be same thing, adding points and adding investments, but whereas this is currently 2 and 1, so 3, this is going to be a 2-to-1 ratio. So these 2 warriors would be 1 point plus 1, so it would be 2 instead. So I guess, yeah, let's demonstrate what this one thing would be. The boot is going to be a kind of ramping up scale of the first point is going to be 1-to-1, the second point is going to be 2-to-1, third point 3-to-1, so on and so forth, and then plus investments. So this would be 1 point and nothing, and all the warriors go back, plus 1. So that would be 2 points as well, just kind of done a different way. And then finally pancakes, or coins, if you haven't caught on to that, is going to be 1-to-1 ratio, but only the ceiling is your investment level. So this is, could be as many as 2, but we only have 1 investment, so that's going to be 1 point instead. Now, the plot thickens because, so if you watch the teaching video, you know that I have this ridiculous giant card here for a setup with the Rivetfolk, and there is a discrepancy between the board and this card, but there's also something on here that might kind of clear things up for me. So the discrepancy is normally with the Rivetfolk, and this is how the Rivetfolk work for human players, everyone has up to 1 purchase for free no matter what, and then if you were the cat player, you would have 2 purchases because you have someone at a location with a trade post. On the board, that's how it lays out for human players. Other bots can buy any number of services with no limit or restrictions of when to buy, which makes sense because the trading cards, I'll go over quickly in a second, they happen at different times in the turn. So the whole, start of birdsong doesn't apply to them quite as much, but in terms of they can purchase as many as they want, that's kind of huge because that totally changes that interaction. Now, on this giant card, right at the top here, at any time during their turn, bots may purchase 1 service plus 1 per clearing with the trade post at any of their pieces. So that still that removes the beginning of birdsong rule, but it does cap them with the 1 plus trade post number. But this is the really interesting part. Bots need to be able to afford buying services, duh, and they do not buy any services if the Rivetfolk player or bot have more points than they do. So that's super interesting. Also, I just realized the points difference, the points are different as well. Now, to me, the issue with the, 1-to-1, but only up to investments was from a lot of the game, this doesn't change. There were more turns than I expected there to be where none of the bots wanted to buy anything. That did happen more often than I anticipated. But because every time a trade post is destroyed, they lose an investment, that this hovers between 0 and 1. It never got to 2 or higher. So the whole not buying things from, if they start to get a runaway lead and the other bots just stop buying from them, that would be a rubber banding mechanism where their investment track would be going up and up and up. So I don't know. It's kind of I'm going to go with this. So with the 2, 3, and 4 cost, depending on if you're 0 to 9, 10 to 19, or 20 and up, point-wise. And I'm just gonna, you know, follow this rule. I think that one might just be an outdated file that I have that I printed enormously. So yeah, and as you saw in the picture, the Rivetfolk did not, you know, have a runaway victory. They had a good game, but it was not, you know, a total blowout. Okay, last thing. Now, I can't remember. Oh, I think it was going to be in that first video where I did with 3. It was me as the Vagabot against Logical Lizards and Electric Eerie. I think that's what it was. And at the end of it, I made the decision that I think from now on, I'm going to, if I include the Eerie, always play them on the easy setting where they only have 1 vizier as opposed to 2. Because I just think they're a little too strong. And I know they have a slow early game, so that would just mean a slightly slower early game. So I don't know if that would even really fix anything. They might still ramp up and be crazy, but it'll at least give people more of a chance to sort of shore up their defenses before that happens. But the other change I think I'm going to make is whenever I'm playing the Marquis, I think I'm going to play on challenging, which is pretty simple. Whenever you recruit, also place 2 warriors in the ordered clearing you rule of highest priority. I just find that the Marquis seems to be a little bit underpowered, whereas the Eerie is overpowered. And you know, it's a lot more fun when the games are neck and neck. And you know, there are times in games where, you know, I'll be going on my 4th row of cats over here, which just like, that's not super fun. So let's go around the table quickly and say what we're playing with. So cats have hospitals at the end of battle. As defender, if 2 or more Marquis warriors were removed, place 2 warriors in the clearing with the keep token. So they have hospitals back. The Vagabot is going to be a Tinker this time, which is considered the normal difficulty, where they get to, for special action, search the discard pile for the top card with an available item and craft it, scoring 1 victory point. They start with 3, so they start a little underpowered, but it did a good job. It was a fun one to play with last time. And Marksman, at the start of the battle as attacker, deal an immediate hit and a reminder that you do score a victory point if you remove a warrior that way. Rivetfolk, going to be ferocious. As attacker, you always have a maximum rolled hits of 3. So even if you just have 1 single otter out there, he's still ferocious enough that he can do 3 hits. And then Logical Lizards, we're using Preachers again, just to kind of solidify my feeling of how they do. So this will be the 3rd game I'm using this. I just want to get my head wrapped around just to see how they're doing, because again, these are not as extensively play tested as these ones. Oh, right, so what it does, when you convert, do it twice. So put that there as a reminder. Now, for trading, the things you can buy, hand card, and bots will only ever target this as the hand card to buy, the leftmost one. Riverboats for moving, and Mercenaries. So each faction has different priorities of what they would want to buy. Lizards will buy a hand card if the leftmost card in the market shows a craftable item. Buy it and place it on top of the Lost Souls. And in this case, I would bring this over. Do the same if you have less than level, which we're using 3, if you have less than 3 cards in Lost Souls. So if they had money, they would do that again, and they would actually do it again, the way this is set up for this game. Now you'll notice it says nothing about that becoming their order card or crafting it. So this is just them hate drafting craftable cards, you know, bringing them into Lost Souls, and then when they're done out of here, they get discarded from the game, which the Tinker can access at that point, but nobody else can. So it's not necessarily a victory point siphon like the other factions. If not, move it to the rightmost card. They will not buy Riverboats because they don't move. Mercenaries, if buying Mercenaries would allow you to place a garden that you wouldn't place otherwise, then buy Mercenaries. So if you place this down, you obviously don't rule clearing 10, but if you bought Mercenaries, you would. So you would pay that, and then you get to place a garden. So that's that. Marquis, hand card. If the leftmost card in the market shows a craftable item or is a bird card, buy it and use it as the order card. So these take place, before Birdsong. So that would become the order card, which means they would craft that item. If not, again, move it to the rightmost card. Riverboats. Treat rivers as paths between clearings. If at least one move uses a river, buy the riverboat service. So again, this is why it's trickier. You can't necessarily do everything at the beginning of Birdsong. I just always need to be looking at rivers as another pathway. And if they happen to use it and they have to be able to pay for it. So I have to keep my eye on that first, then whether or not it's the best move, and then if it is, they pay for it. Mercenaries. If you battle in any clearing with 2 or less of your warriors but riverfolk present, then buy Mercenaries. And just a reminder, when buying Mercenaries, you need to take the odd hits. So if the Vagabond was here and I was attacking as cats, and we each did 2 and 1, so 2 hits over here, 1 hit back over here, the cats would need to take it first because that's an odd hit. That's the first hit. So you can't just like throw otters into the wood chipper. Yikes, that's an image. Then the Vagabot, finally. Hand card. If the leftmost card in the market shows a craftable item, buy it, use it as the order card. Boom. If not, move it to the rightmost card. So same as the Marquis, except exhaust 1 item to do so. So the Vagabot is going to exhaust an item for that, but whatever the cost is over here, the Rivetfolk will use their warriors to put into the payments box to make sure that they do actually earn those victory points. Otherwise, the Vagabot would be hampering itself by flipping an item, but they wouldn't actually have to pay. And then riverboats. Treat rivers as paths between clearings. If at least one move uses a river, buy the riverboat service. Again, same as Marquis, except do not exhaust an item. So if the river would be the best move, still the otters would come over here for the payment, but the Vagabot does not need to actually do anything over here to pay for it. So I believe that's it. That's the first thing. So first player, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1. All right. On challenging, not forgetting it. All right. So I'm not drawing an order card, which I just did by accident and shuffled, because first we check over here. So this is craftable, and it costs them 2 cats to buy it. So this is I've decided my new order card space. If you wonder why, it works out pretty well with this taking place over here. So red, battle in all red clearings. They don't have any. And then they're going to recruit 1, 2, 3, the extra 1 and 6. And then challenging, I'm gonna put 2 out in the clearing they rule with highest priority, which is 2. So it's always hard. If you're watching this, you've clearly played Root, which means you've probably played with the cats. Immediately, I'm just like, what am I thinking? The cats are already good enough, because the part that I never tire of in this game is how asymmetric it is at the beginning. Like just looking at how many cats are on the board. But yeah, their victory points in my BG stats app show that there is a disparity between them and the other one. So we're trying it. All right, build. They have most and highest number. So that's pretty obvious. Move all but 3. Nope, because 3 is the most I have. Then they're going to score a victory point. And then this gets discarded to Lost Souls. Vagabot. Oh, nope. Almost did it. They will take this, which costs them an item. They do make a crossbow, though. Good on them. Then they're going to, they don't need to slip because they have no damage items. Explore, quest, aid, battle. So quest is, or sorry, explore, they have access to all of them, but this is the highest priority. So 1, 2, which gets them a hammer, which doesn't matter for them, but it's just another thing. And then quest, even though it's kind of silly, they will go down here. Backed it up because this is not an applicable place for going to do a quest. So so they explored. Quest is going to be, I guess rivers do open up some options for them, but 5 is the higher priority than 10. So 1, 2 is going to get them 1, 2. Look at that, all 4 having a little party, and that is it. So all get refreshed because they don't have any damaged ones, and then discarded. Discard leftmost card of the market. Restock. Craft. So again, Rivetfolk, this is their order card over here. So we will craft it. So we're going to put it a little bit sideways, just to make sure we remember to get rid of it at the end. And protectionism, they definitely don't have an empty payments box. Build a trading post in a space without one. Ordered clearing. So that's the highest ordered clearing because that's off the table. Then recruit each ordered clearing that either has your pieces in it or is adjacent to one. They don't need a battle because they still have warriors. They will not racketeer because they only have 2. It's only above 2 warriors in a space. So I'm just going to score, and here's where it's going to be different. So the main one is going to be 4 points. Then the sword is going to be 1, 2. The boot is going to be 1, 2. So those are the same. Pancakes is going to be 0 because their investments are 0. And I'm thinking, I really do like the idea of people not buying from them if they're ahead. We'll see how this game goes. It's the very first turn. Discard order card that was crafted in Birdsong. There's that. Okay. Oh, almost did it. So hand card is not craftable, or left hand in the market, so they get rid of that. Reveal top card is yellow. They do not, it's not crafting. They don't have any acolytes or conspiracies. So then they're going to reveal, so 1, and remember it's just in yellow, so it is clearing with a free building slot, then most enemy buildings, then just priority. So they all have free building slots. None of them have enemy buildings, but this is highest priority. It's a bad move because either one of the other ones they could have taken over with 3 things. Oh, or bird. So that's going to turn into an acolyte. Okay. These get discarded, like for real discarded. That gets discarded, and then these go back. This goes back on top, and then they score points for the rightmost garden, which is 0. All right, not craftable, yellow. They do have some battles in yellow, and they are going to be 1, 2, and 3, and all against the Rivetfolk. So let's start in 4. Then how about 10? And 5. Okay, more successful. See, it is a more challenging marquee. Then they're going to recruit. I mean, at this stage in the game, oh, hold on. See, I forget this rule too. In order clearings, you rule. So that is currently 1 ordered clearing. So they're just all going to go there. And then this is still the most, or the highest priority. Okay, then build, go there, obviously. Move all but 3 to the clearing with the most enemy pieces, tied, so this breaks the tie with high priority. They won't expand, but they will gain a victory point. Not craftable, so get out of here. Then bird again. Explore, quest, aid, and battle. So they will, so they move. That's going to be for using the river. Explore. There we go. Quest. Put that in my discard there and get a point. Explore, quest, aid. Does anyone? Yes. So take that, and they both get victory points. And battle. Oh man, Vagabot, you crazy. Well, not that crazy because whomp, he deals 1 automatically, and that's a point. So solid move. And that is it. So they refresh up to 6, which is the whole bag, and that gets discarded. Okay, discard this. Get 2 more. Craft, no. Protectionism, no. Build a trade post in yellow again. And recruit. So 1, it is adjacent, so he gets 1 back. 3. No battle, no racketeering. So this is going to be 2 and 0. These are both going to just get 1, because either 2 to 1 or then the 1 to 1 not enough, and that gets nothing because it's still 0. Back to their owners. Boom. Okay. Not craftable. Wow. Can you tell that it's morning? I've got my morning voice. That is craftable though. Lizards on the board. So red. Gonna convert. So move an enemy warrior from an ordered clearing, place a lizard warrior there. Clearing tie, clearing with most enemy buildings. Player tie, player with most points. So of red, you don't have any enemy buildings, right? No, no, no. Womp womp. So then just by priority, so here, and then because they're preachers, they get to do it twice, which is just barely enough to do most of the recruit for cats. So cats are doing okay this time around. Then in red, open building slots is all of these. There are no, so then it'll be here, which means they definitely do rule there. That's going to be discarded, so let's do it right away. These are tied, but this is higher priority, so he becomes another acolyte. And then another, so they rule there again, so they double rule over there. Okay, now score 2 victory points. Okay, there we go, lizards. You're doing it, Peter. And these can go back. I guess technically in that order, but I guess actually I've been thinking because this is now, doesn't matter what these suits are, it doesn't really matter what order they are, right? The only difference is bird cards, and those go to the discard pile. So they can just go back. These are just, I mean, I guess I need to reveal, see if it's a bird card, but yeah. Anyways, so back on thing, and that is done. That's not craftable. Or a bird card. That is, though. Oh, okay. Cats are gonna do some damage. All right, so against, we'll start at the top. Against the otters. No. Against the lizards. Yes. Against the otters. Oh my goodness. So 1 and 1 back. That's right. So far it hasn't made a difference, but it is not points first. It is number of pieces first. It's an important distinction. 7 and 11. Whoa. And then 6. Okay. That'll make for some interesting stuff. Cats, look out. There we go. And they do still have enough. Looks like challenging cats are holding their own. Then they're going to move all but 3, chasing, clearing the most enemy pieces, and battle in those clearings. So most enemy pieces is 4, 5. Okay, so let's do 6. Man, so just 1. Also goes up to 6. Wow. Then 12 is going to move, no, down here. Against the Rivetfolk. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was a good turn. I'm gonna score 2 victory points and discard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boot, orange. Quest, aid, battle, repair. Where is he? 11 and 2, so that's obviously higher. Quest, aid, yep. Oh, wait, 9th item, that goes up here, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then they both get victory points. Okay. I mean, aside from lizards, we're doing all right in terms of tight games. Battle. Well, now you did it. There's 1. So 1, 2. I guess it doesn't really matter. This one gets destroyed. Okay. So that's 3 more victory points. And repair. Oh, hold on. 2. Oh, they first before repair, they will do another battle. So I guess it didn't really matter. And now they will repair. Whoa, okay. This is a different game than last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, hold on. If you have damaged items, refresh 4. And then they do repair it, but they're hampered for next time around. Look at this. It happened. So, boop, investments are up. Good news, pancakes. You might be doing something. Build orange trading post. Look out, the Vagabot's mean. Then 1, 2, 3, and not in that one. They are definitely not out of warriors. Racketeering, nope. Not with the mean cats out on the prowl. Okay, so that'd be 1 victory point for the investments. So again, this is like, that's the tricky part, is when your investments go up, it's because you don't have any warriors here, which means if this really is the number of warriors but no higher than investments, unless you can do racketeering, you're never going to raise this up and score in the same turn. So, sorry, pancakes, still no good. Then moving on. Okay, this is going to be one hell of a turn for lizards. So, oh boy. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, game. I just need to, you know, play the whole map. Okay, so Crusade. That's not too bad. It's going to be against the cats. 1 and 1. Oh, you know what? I think there may have been a field hospital that I missed, but they're doing okay. I'll try to remember. Here, I'll just raise this up more. So I'm actually putting guys down on it. How about that? That's the only one. Okay. Convert. Clearing with most enemy buildings. Player with most points there. So after that Vagabot, that's not quite so easy a one, because there was this up here. So we're tied 1, 2, 3. And this is high priority. So most points there would be, okay, so 1, or they do it twice, and then they're going to crusade again. So now in 7, 2 and 1, and now sanctify. Enemy building, order clearing, place matching garden. Clearing with the least enemy warriors. Target player with the most points there. This is going to be it. Yeah. And another point. And then they have one final convert. Most enemy buildings is now here, because I can't target down here. And most points is still otters first. And then this is a interesting game. Okay, and we haven't even done the rituals yet. So, and it's a bird. Okay, that's right. Free building slot and most enemy buildings. So that's going to be here, because it's the only enemy building on the board. And now do that. And oh, perfect. I don't need to do the other thing. So that just becomes an acolyte. Okay. Oops. Nope. So these top two stay. These ones go away. This one goes on top, and I scored 2 points. I feel like little tweaks, reading the rules as they are, you know, bumping it up to challenging, I think are keeping things in a nice place. The big mean Vagabot seems to be, you know, having his way with the board a little bit right now, but you know, we'll see how that goes. All right, so not craftable. We'll get some tea. And then yellow. Now, there are some battles here. And battle Rivetfolk. Nope. And that's it. So 4, only one they rule is down here. And then 2 in the highest priority that they rule, which I believe is, nope, they don't rule that anymore. I guess that's 8. Yeah. Then build, which is a bummer for the cats, because that's the one they get the least out of. Yeah, you do need to rule to build a building. Important. Move all but 3 over here, over here, and over Oh wait. Hold on. So this can make it. This can't, because they do not rule one of those. So that is taken off the menu. Interesting. They don't score because they got kind of shut down a little bit last turn. Not craftable. Birds. So explore, quest, aid, and battle. So I guess it's gonna be 2. 1, 2, and then 1 to explore. Quest. So, not a hugely impactful turn for the Vagabot. The rest of the table breathes a mechanical sigh of relief for that. Then this goes over here. Man, look at all this not buying from the... So maybe my fears were just totally overblown. Can't do it. Womp womp. Protectionism. Yep. So build yellow trade post. One where they don't have it, where they can do it, not to keep. They don't need to battle because they have so many guys. They need to get a bird card so they can populate the river again. Okay, so racketeering. We'll send 1 over here to become currency. So now they're going to score a little bit. So 1 and 2. So 3 with the main scoring. And actually 3 with both of these as well. And then 1 point for this, because it could be up to 2, but it only has 1. Not craftable. Come on, Rivetfolk. Buy some better stuff. Or rather, put some better stuff in the thing. Okay, Crusade. Nope. We don't have any spots with 2 lizards in red. Okay. That's that. So comes an acolyte. Goes over there. Okay. Another acolyte. This one would actually do it. Okay. Kind of an interesting one. They do still get 2 points though. So moving on to here. Ooh. Okay. So Rivetfolk. So that gets bumped down. I get a point for the token. Here, get that one for free. Vagabot. 1. Get this one for free. Oh no, lizards. Rivetfolk again. And lizards. I thought that was really going to be a time to shut the Vagabot down a little bit. Recruit. There and there. Oh no, they don't rule there because there's a garden. So 9, yes. Build and move. Oh right, and then this goes in the highest. Nope, highest priority they rule. Okay, all but 3 Jason clearing with most enemy warriors. So 11 against the Vagabot again. 3 and 3. Okay, so yeah, just check. You do not score victory points for killing, this comes back down, warriors if you're a defender. Okay, and that is it, because they can't move over down to here, because this is, they rule this, they obviously don't rule that. Same thing up here, so they are locked in here. And they get 1 victory point. Not craftable. Oh yeah, I thought they were going to use the rivers there, but they didn't. Okay, red. Explore battle special. So they have a bunch of damage stuff, but not enough to, you know, not do their turn. So the only other explore battle is the cats. So 1, 2, oh, and they take 1 out ahead of time. And then 1, 2, 3. And cats do 2 back. So now the battle one is, oh okay, no, it's cleared up in here. Only if any pieces of that player remain, exhaust 2 items in battle again. So you don't do the, it says to take the action again, which would imply the whole thing, including the moving part, but no, it's only if there's still guys here. So he's just gonna do his special, which, there were pancakes up here somewhere. Yep. So, and they scored a victory point for that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they refresh 1, and then they do get back 1 thing. That's a lot of damage items. This gets discarded. Oh, this gets discarded. Then this. Not crafting. Protectionism brings them up to 2 though. So orange. Recruit in orange. Yes. Yes. And yes. I guess maybe technically that should be going in high priority, but I'm just gonna say it makes sense to kind of flow down this way. Bending the rules to make it thematic. We're not gonna battle again, though maybe they should. No, they shouldn't battle. They need to get guys on board is what they need to do. So no racketeering either. So this one scores 2. These ones score 2 for the investments. Pancake scores nothing because there's no warriors there. They don't discard, so these guys will finally. So they're just inside the cheapest payment here at 9 points. So it is craftable, so they did buy it and put it on there. Yellow. Okay, so convert. Most enemy buildings, player with most points. That is none of them. So I guess we go over here. No, no guys there. 5. So convert. Do it again. So convert. Then crusade. So 1. Just that one is for free. Then 10. Nope. Okay. And then sanctify. In yellow, there are no enemy buildings, but this one will get placed down there. Okay. Then reveal. So spaces. Space to build, that is. Okay. Do it again, because high priority. There is still space to build. And now over here, where they also, whoa, breaking into the 3-point column. Okay. These go away. These go back, and this goes back. So up to 13. So look at that. Rivetfolk are fine. So are logical lizards. Also, Mechanical Marquis, welcome to the game. Vagabot. What are you doing? Okay, not craftable. Yes, craftable. Beep, boop. Red. They have no battles in red. They do rule a couple reds though. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then highest priority that they rule. Most guys, you're tied with the high priority. Move. Into here. Yep. And score 1. Craftable. Yellow. Battle, repair, special. Good call on the repair part. Most buildings and tokens, then fewest warriors. Okay, that's how the ties are broken. So in that case, they will go into 11. That's 1. This could be a lot of points here. Like a lot of, well, their max hits are 2 right now. Well, they do 1 for free, first of all. And then this is the battle. Yeah, this could be actually the game, I guess. So 1, 2, and then that next battle. And it's every time? Yep. Wait, do we have, yeah, there's some 6. Okay. Well, do it again. Well, it's not enough to close it out. They do take a hit though. Repair. And then special. Ridiculous. What in the world? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 is up here. Oh, so then, right? Yeah. So this goes away. Oh, this goes away. Look at that. They have one. Hey, pancakes. You're in the game. Protectionism, no. Build in orange. High priority. Okay. Recruit in oranges. So 1, 2, 3. Not that one though. Oh yeah. Oh, so there should have been one there. You know what? Retcon. That was from last time. This is not the battle. This is the battle. So racketeering, no. Scoring, yes. So that's going to be 4 for this one. For both of these, it's going to be 3. And for this one, it's going to be 2. All right, pancakes. Discard this because we did indeed craft it. Not craftable. We're almost crafted out, guys. We don't have any conspiracies. Womp womp. So I need to look it up every time. Free building slot, most enemy buildings. Okay. Okay. These go away. These go back there. This goes on top. And 3 victory points. So not craftable. Already done. So, orange. 2. Orange. 1. Where's the other orange? Nope, no fights in these. So recruit those, then 2 more for challengingness. That's a lot of guys. So this is 6. This is also 6, but this is higher priority. Oh, hold on. So I would have built this over here first before I moved. No biggie. But then they don't score. Wah, wah, wah. Vagabot. Well, it was nice playing a game, so said the other robots. Red, explore. No. Nay. Battle. Yay. And against Rivetfolk. What a flourish. Whoa. Okay. That was interesting. So yeah, Marksman is very good. I mean, it's just super consistent. Because battle is in every one of the actions. So they're going to get, this essentially bumps them up just 1 victory point every turn, which is assuming they can make it to the battle with their items. So that's good. This also not too bad. I mean, it only did it twice, but still good. I like this. I mean, this keeps it interesting. Like, having cats on the board is fun. It's just no fun when the cats are this-ish number of buildings, but like, you know, 4 cats on the board. That's just not fun. Lizards are still, you know, they had a really slow start. Hey, fly, get out of here. But clearly they're doing okay. Rivetfolk, I mean, pretty wide window. I just don't think this is possible. That is just, there's no way this would be competitive at all. I think this is okay too. Honestly, it might be a little bit on the high side. I mean, maybe next time I try just 2 scoring methods as is, and then they don't buy from them if they're ahead of them. You know, if people don't buy from them, they're still going to go up in investments, but at the very least, they're not going to have an influx of, you know, 3 guys at a time or whatever. So, but yeah, seems pretty good. Lizards seem very good. That was pretty surprising. But anyways, thanks for stopping by the garage. I'm going to clean up. Thanks again for stopping by. See you next time.